morning, everyone, and happy Father's Day edition of the Morning Mint.
Good morning.
Morning.
Good morning. We are here today with three of our favorite Triplemint Daddies. We've got Aaron Seawood coming to you from out east. We've got Lucas Callejas and his beautiful daughter, Amara. And we've got Jed the broker and his gorgeous son, Charlie the broker.
Good morning. Say hi.
So first of all, we are bringing to you this special Father's Day edition because obviously being a dad is a very special thing, and being a dad in New York City is a very special thing. And Jed was just telling us the other day the adorable story about how he goes by Jed the broker. And lately, Charlie has been referring to himself as Charlie the broker. Jed, what happens when Charlie comes home from school these days?
Well, every day when Charlie comes home, he'll ask me how many properties I sold, how many homes I sold. The answer in a good day is typically one. And then I'll ask him how many apartments he sold today. How many apartments did you sell yesterday?
20.
20 apartments.
26.
26 apartments yesterday.
Right.
So,
Okay.
setting the bar high for the living team here.
That's pretty high. And Charlie, you seem very relaxed for someone who's closing 26 deals a day. How do you do it?
If you do
I
it.
don't remember.
You don't remember? It's all natural.
Wait, my secret, then other people will be selling.
The secret sauce, you wouldn't get it.
Okay, so, one of the questions I wanted to ask each of you is, what is it like to raise children in New York City? What do you love about it? Because that's a really special experience to be born in New York City. And Jed, we'll start with you because you were born and raised in New York City and you're raising your son in New York City.
Yeah, I've lived on this island my entire life. And I cherish the experiences that I had as a kid growing up here. The friendships that I made as a kid growing up here. My closest friends are the guys I knew when I was 5, 7, 11. They're still here. Their families are here. So, that's a big aspect of it is everyone comes from all over the country and all over the world to live here, and very few people leave. So, the network you build here is just unparalleled. And what I love about raising Charlie here is all the things he gets to experience, all the different people, all the different cultures, the languages, the art. It's just irreplaceable, and it's something new and different every day.
Yes, that's amazing. It really is a very special experience to be cherished. Okay, Jed, thank you so much. Okay, Lucas, tell us what you love about raising Amara and Odin here in the city.
Yeah, Odin can't join us. He's going through something in the other room. But anyway.
He's closing deals.
He could be not 26, but maybe close. I'd have to mirror Jed in a lot of ways, despite not having grown up here. New York is such a diverse city, and there's so much opportunity here, both financially and career-wise, but also community-wise. It can't be beat. So, I really want them to experience as much of life as possible and really be well-rounded people. And New York will challenge you in every way possible. So that's really the life I'm hoping they grow up having, is rich and diverse and exciting.
That's beautiful. And, I really do believe the old adage, if you can make it in New York City, you can make it anywhere. And so what a great foundation to give your children. Okay, thank you, Lucas. Well, Aaron, you are not only giving your children the experience of living in New York City, you're giving them the experience of also having a house out east. So tell us, you're giving them the full New York well-rounded experience. Tell us what you love about raising your children here.
Yeah, I mean, for me, being a kid from San Diego, moving 3,000 miles away, echoing, Jed and Lucas, it's like it's the best city in the world. And obviously the diversity, the museums, the galleries, thing just right in close proximity. I think the duality, too, of being able to add a second home has been amazing, to still have grass under their feet and splash in a pool. But, proper New York City and Brooklyn specifically has been really amazing, because I think it's really fostered an independence in my kids and a feeling of and them being emboldened, empowered. I grew up really sheltered. and I didn't have that experience. And so the weather was great, but there wasn't a lot of cultural institutions, and there clearly wasn't like a lot of, go out and get it. So for me in New York, it kind of fosters that. And like they said, if you can make it in New York, you can make it anywhere. It's like, I think them having that firsthand has been really amazing, so I'm grateful for that.
Wonderful. Wonderful. It really is a gift to be able to live in New York and to raise your children in New York, I imagine. Okay, so thank you so much. So one thing that we really want to talk about that goes along with Father's Day is how real estate contributes to building intergenerational wealth. And, I think we all have our own stories of how, for example, my grandmother came from Cuba, in duress after Fidel Castro took over Cuba, and in not too long was able to buy multiple properties in Newark, New Jersey, which gave her children, my father and my aunts, the foundation that they needed to launch, a better life for themselves than they would have had having grown up in Cuba all of that, time. And so I wanted to hear from each of you. What would you say is important to know about building intergenerational wealth through real estate? And Aaron, we'll start with you.
Yeah, I think for me, you hear a lot of the levers, leverage, passive income, different things. I think growth mindset, is really, I think, having access to information and being able to really be in a place to receive said information and know what to do with it. My dad growing up in the South, picking cotton, to end up in San Diego and buy a home and have the wherewithal to go from those early tough circumstances and to buy a house, to give me that foundation, I think is powerful for people to know. One, in the mind, you have to have this place that you're going to actually be able to accomplish something through real estate. And then anecdotally, I can share, I was out this weekend with buyers. If we want to talk about a more literal aspect of passive income, my folks had to decide between buying a house with another family, which would have obviously contributed to saving money and having their tribe under the same roof. But it was also the aspect of, do they buy a townhouse for themselves and have like a triplex over garden rental and then have that income come in and offset their mortgage? So whether it's literal leverage or it's just starting with the mindset of understanding that you can grow from real estate, I think is really powerful and important.
Huge. And I was laughing because Charlie the broker was making some really adorable and scary faces while you were talking. So
I love that.
But you know what? That's so true. Growth mindset matters. And that's another thing that I love about being in New York City. There's so many people who have a growth mindset, and it's important to be surrounded by people who are also interested in growing. And so, okay, Aaron, thank you so much for that. And what a fabulous story and great leap that your father took to build foundational and generational wealth for his family. Okay, coming over to you, Jed, what would you say to our viewers about building intergenerational wealth?
Well, yeah, I mean, it is a fantastic vehicle for that. And to pick up where Aaron was going with the leverage and risk, with risk comes reward. A property that you purchase in 1985, like my parents were wise enough to do, even though at the time the down payment was a terrifying thing and it wasn't sure if they would be able to do it. But they found the money, they made it work. And the value of that home has increased 1,700%. And that's just based on the purchase price, not their actual investment. Because the thing with real estate versus, say, investing in the stock market is leverage. If you have $100,000 to invest and you buy $100,000 worth of stock, goes up 5%, you have $105,000 worth of stock. If you purchase real estate and you have $100,000, you can put down 20%, buy a property that's worth $500,000. If that goes up 5%, all of a sudden in 1 year you have $525,000. I mean, it's just dramatic exponential growth.
Mm-hmm. Yes, absolutely. And I do believe that where there's a will, there's a way. And so as intimidating as that must have been for your parents to pull together $100,000, well, no, wait, they paid $100,000 or that's what they had to put down? Okay.
Yeah, they had to pull together about $20,000, which was not easy to do in 1985.
Correct. And I'm sure a lot of people see the amount of the down payment they need right now as intimidating, but it can be done, you know, and in the long run, you know, what we were talking about earlier is it ends up costing you more, obviously, to continue renting than it does for you to find and pull that money together and then in the end build wealth through that.
That's right. And if, you know, if you're renting over time, your costs will always increase. And if you're using leverage over time as you pay down the mortgage and your net worth improves, your costs will go down.
Okay, love it. Thank you, Jed. Thank you. And thanks to our parents for having done that for us. God bless. Really a gift. Okay, Lucas, coming over to you. Thank you. So tell us what you want us to know and what your perspective is on building intergenerational wealth through real estate.
Right. Yeah. The New York City market is relatively predictable in terms of what you can see for growth over a long period of time. And as I mentioned earlier, the community aspect is so important to me. So we have every intention of planting our roots here, growing our family, you know, God willing, having our grandkids here and, you know, my mother-in-law all around us. So along with that, we also want to commit to some real estate decisions and enjoy that predictability of watching something grow. As Jed said, you know, 5% one year, maybe 10% the next year, 1% one year. But over time, while we're building our community and being involved, we're also going to be watching our home grow in value. And that's something that my kids and grandkids will enjoy and reap the benefits of. So it's twofold for us. It's, you know, there's a financial piece, but there's also that community piece. We're going to commit to a building or buildings and also be committing to people and neighborhoods. So that's what we're in it for.
You know, and I couldn't agree more. And the older I get, you know, not like I feel so old, I feel very young, but the older I get, the more community matters to me, and having people, being surrounded by people that I love and have a good time with. And so what is more wealth than having that, you know, family and friends, being surrounded by family and friends. So, you know, wealth is much more than just money. Also community and family. So thank you, Lucas. I love these thoughts. So, okay, well, I want to thank you all for that wisdom. And we have to close with some dad jokes, because nothing puts a bow on Father's Day quite like a really good dad joke. And Jed, I know that you're a dad joke machine. So why don't we come over to you first for one of your favorite dad jokes? All
right. This is a real groaner, so bear with me. What did the pirate say on his 80th birthday?
What did he say?
Aye, matey.
Aye, matey. Oh, I just got it.
That's good.
That's a really good one. That's a really, really good one. Does the pirate have to wear, now that he's 80, does he have to wear glasses on top of his patch?
Now we're getting.
That's my dog mom joke. Okay, Lucas, coming over to you for your corny dad joke of the day.
My wife said that I have to do lunges to stay in shape. So I replied, that would be a big step forward.
Okay. So Rosa's trying to get you in shape. I mean, you look in shape, but if Rosa wants you to more in shape, get to it.
I got to do what I got to do.
Okay. Thank you. All right, Aaron, over to you. Last but not least, tell us your dad joke.
All right. This is a favorite. What did the egg say at the house party?
What?
I'm lit.
I'm lit. Wait.
I'm lit. Come on.
That's more modern day, Aaron.
Modern day dad joke. I'm lit.
That's really cute. It's so modern. I didn't even get it at first.
Yeah, there you go. That's for all my younger viewers. You know, I have a diverse fan base.
You're a cool dad. You know, you're a cool dad.
There you go.
What's hip.
I'm targeting 80-year-olds and you're lit.
Right. There you go. you go.
All right. Well, thank you again. I hope you all have a wonderful Father's Day. You really deserve it. You're wonderful people, wonderful fathers, wonderful agents. For any of our viewers who are interested in building intergenerational wealth, please do reach out to our wonderful team here. We've got Aaron, Lucas, and Jed. We've got Charlie the broker. He may be able to squeeze you in his many, many deals that he's closing. And they would be more than happy to share tips and tricks for building intergenerational wealth for you and finding the resources to create risk and reward for you and your family. So I want to thank you all again. Happy Father's Day. Take care. Thanks for joining.
Thank you, guys. Great to see you.